honestly, I can't wait to see this match happening. And I want, from right now in the chat, let us know who do you think will win. This is Team United. As you see, they're all Pro Nation players. So this is pretty much Pro Nation versus Insight. Even if Pro Nation has officially hung their retirement hat a couple weeks back, but this is the match you all wanted to see, I imagine. Two of the top teams that have competed across Battlefield 4-5, 5v5s. Even if they're both two teams that started playing a little bit after Defuse came out. Let us know who do you think will win, because there's a big money difference here for the people who win. So who do you think will come out with the first place? Let us know, or tweet us at ESB Europe with the hashtag Winter Championship. Let us know.
Absolutely, and there's the breakouts. At the moment, we are going to be seeing a 4-man push here going up there towards that Charlie flag. Love the breakout here right now from Insight. Or rather, I'm sorry, United. Very, very aggressive as we will be seeing PK going down. But look at this Insight just going very, very straight over here towards that B flag. We are going to be seeing, it looks like Jad going back and forth with the two-piece. Did he finish it back off? He's going to be trying to throw that nade, clear him back out of there. He has pushed him back over there towards A alley. So nice play there. We are going to be seeing Mike's going to go ahead and give chase, or I'm sorry, that was Mitch who's going to go ahead and give chase. Now, I really am curious to find out. You did say that both of these teams were pretty much defused teams, or at the very least, they were some of the first defused teams.
No, they started playing after defuse.
Oh, they started playing after defuse.
So they missed that part of the competition where some of the top teams like Rise and RPG competed in our Road to Glory series, and some of the others like even Hoax, because a defuse team, but then stopped playing right when Dom came, and then these teams instead started really playing when Dom came along and hadn't played before. So kind of like different eras of teams.
Absolutely. So definitely looking forward to what these guys are going to be bringing to the table. We saw Insight doing some amazing work there in that last previous match. I mean, they just completely dominated. Not what we expected at all on Remake. In fact, we thought Remake was actually going to be putting up a lot more of a fight, especially on that Obliteration map, but wasn't to be so. And, right now, Deuce, who do you think is going to be able to take this? I mean, so far, it's fairly even across the board at 164, 163.
I don't know. I don't want to pick favorites, but I think individual skill-wise, I think the Pro Nation guys, the players, have an advantage. I think overall, even if Insight has some great players as well. We've seen Sphinx, we've seen Finest and Laser really put the team on their back in the past few matches. I think chemistry-wise, at this point, Insight, since they've been active, weekly, if not almost daily, together, so maybe they have a better chemistry at this point, and they're more used to their own rotations. But we'll have to see. Pro Nation's been a little bit inactive past couple of weeks. Will that play a factor? We don't know.
Yeah, I have to agree. United, I only saw them on Obliteration. As it comes down to Domination, I don't know that the slaying power of Sphinx and Laser. I mean, just wow. You gotta beware of that, and this team has to be wary of that as well, of those two players. But at the moment, if you take a look at the KDs, we are 15-15 overall for this Insight team. Not really starting to get those initial frags coming up. PK is going to be inside. We do see him over here by Curve, spotting on a couple of players trying to transition there to that B flag. But then again, we have mentioned this before, it's not all about the frags. You got to get onto those flag caps, and right now we are not going to be seeing Team United onto those flag caps, as we do have PK going down. Mike's is now going to be pushing that back up. Does he get the guy in the broken? No, he actually gets taken out by Laser with a nice little drop shot right there. You guys didn't know drop shots existed in Battlefield, but they do. And Laser with that CZ definitely going to be putting it to good use, as we're going to be seeing a push coming up through connector into that alpha flag. Oh, spotting out one in the kitchen. Laser here. Can he take him down? I don't think he's getting pressed at all. There he goes. He will be able to pick up one, and that is going to be an easy A cap here. No problem for this team. Not seeing anybody else transitioning back over. We do have a 2-on-2 that's kind of stalemated over here onto that Charlie flag. Let's take a look. Kaiser right now with that long-range M16, with that potential defense, missing all of those shots. God, you got to be kicking yourself for that. The guy's wide open, and you just cannot get any kind of a frag going on. But here we go. Kais, can he make up for his lost shots? No, he misses again, turns around. Not going to be able to get the pickups there. That was, I believe, Laser with the final shots coming back in, and that C flag will be going over into their possession once again for Insight. At the same time, though, we are going to be seeing that A flag starting to get pushed on over, but a 4-man wipe there for a few moments. And, you know, again, Insight with this ultra aggressive style of play. We saw this in the semifinals match in round number 2. Not so much in round number 1 as Zavod, but in round number 2, they just pushed, and they never let up. And they're doing the same thing here. And, you know, United, they've got to start getting a little bit more of these team frags underneath their belt. They're starting to lose what little bit of a lead that they did have at the very beginning.
It's going to be interesting to see, you know, it looks like Carnation's managing to come back. You know, so it's pretty evened out again. Look, you know, the deficit is, you know, trimming down very quickly. But, you know, will they be able to keep it up and, you know, keep going strong? That's the question.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing SR right now going up through connector. Oh, narrowly missing that last player there through curve. His teammate's going to be taking care of him. Now that A flag will start to get burned back over. That's going to be Laser sitting onto that alpha flag. He has switched back up to that AEK, something that is very popular here on lockers, is using that AEK. Very high rate of fire and just deadly up close, allowing you to use those med packs. But Sphinx missing out on a couple of those shots there. He will be able to spot out one next to Kitchen here. Very, very hard position to actually push back in to that alpha flag from. And oh, he's getting pushed by 2 players. He is not going to be able to stay up and alive. And Saint is the only one left back up for Insight, and he's all the way outside of the map. And this is a dangerous situation to be in, as now that score, 110 to 116, is going to be evened up. And, you know, this is something that we have seen quite a bit of teams failing, or not necessarily failing, but getting locked into, is pushed outside into the C area of the map, and they just don't know how to break back into it. I mean, you know, if you're Insight right now, how do you break this?
I don't know. Carnation's really well set up. I'd go for an A for sure, because you're not as deep pushed in. You know, stairs on Bravo, you can look at Snowside, you know, stop that push. But on A, you know, it's not as hard. It's not as easy. You know, to defend when they come in all the way to the back room going into kitchen. So,
well, right now that is not working. We just saw a really good back rage there from PK. He was able to take down 2 of the players there inside connector. We're going to see more transitions happening over here towards that Bravo flag. Where is the push? Yeah, we do see some back C spawns, or rather back B spawns, that did come in. And oh no, Jad does end up getting taken down. He ended up trading out. B flag now going to be going back over here to Insight. Where is the transition out to C? Nobody is actually going out to that Charlie flag just yet. Kaiser here needs to be careful not to be throwing away his life. Really want to see him maybe getting a couple of spawns going off. They could push Broken right now, but at the moment he is perfectly content on just playing that very, very defensive role, as we are going to be seeing Jad now pushing in onto that B flag. He ends up getting taken down as well. PK and company coming in onto that B site. We'll be starting to see it burning down into their favor, as Insight here might need to just rotate. Yeah, we are going to be seeing rotating out to that A flag, and I think that would be the better solution here. They need to get to that AC hold and just lock it down. Just keep them in those back B spawns. I think that's probably going to be for the best. And we are going to be seeing SR right now spotting out one inside B tunnels, really. Trying to get that nice little sexy Magnum shot. Can't quite connect with it. Still going to be holding on very nicely. I love this play so far. We do see a potential push going to be shaping up here. Laser spots out one. He is going to be using that CZ. Oh, he gets pressed, though. Very quickly, turns around, gets the kill. Got to get it. I mean, Laser, just such good fragger right now. Such good game sense. I really like watching these guys playing from Insight. It's just, they are so intelligent when they play, and they're just the aggression that comes out of them as well. So much fun. 69 to 90 tickets, about a 20-ticket game in favor here of Insight. Insight would like to win it by a little bit more. You know, they probably want to go in the round number 2 by about 50 tickets or so, but not going to be the case here. A flag is starting to flash back over. Does Laser transition? No, he doesn't have to, as his teammates did finish him back up. And now we're going to be seeing him pressuring on to that B flag. And I don't like this decision from, I really don't like this decision here. I think that they might have been forced into it because of the C push, but they need to be careful not to give up A. You know, if they give up A, I think that we might be seeing them pushed outside of the map once again, and United being able to take control of the lead.
Your book app, though, those tickets are, you know, burning down. 40-ticket lead right now for Insight. That's a substantial lead.
That it is. We are starting to see it growing a little bit more and more. There you go. B flag has been capped over here, or grayed out rather. We do see Sphinx starting to transition back over here to that alpha side. Saints is also going to be over here onto A. We see SR getting a couple of shots coming in. I believe that was from Connector, but I'm not too sure. We do see one in the back kitchen. He's going to try and play this defensively smart as possible. Need to stay alive. That is the name of the game. If you're ever playing on A and you are the anchor, you just need to stay alive. Get those spawns off on you as quickly as possible. And unfortunately, he does go down. Laser now spawning back in over here onto that B side. We do have Kaza up as well. Over here next to Broken. Really putting the pressure in onto that Bravo flag, as they are going to be feeling the pressure right now. They do have that bleed in their favor. They're going for that 3 cap, as we do see Jad sitting on top of that B site. But they need to be careful here not to overextend themselves. 34-73 in favor right now of Insight. Insight grabbing a hold of that B flag. C starting to flash as well. Push coming in onto A. Mitch, can he hold on to this? Not yet. His teammate will be able to finish him back out. So nice play there from United, being able to hold on to that alpha flag, but unfortunately losing out onto C. And at these critical stages, every single ticket is going to matter. And I'm kind of surprised to see Laser still going along with that engineer kit. I mean, I know that CZ is definitely powerful, but I think he should switch probably over to an AEK. Keep these tickets as much as possible. You know, they want to win by as many tickets as possible, because 70 tickets, 60 tickets, that's not a whole lot. Yeah. And oh my god, craziness happening there. Kaiser not able to do much of anything at all. He does get taken down at Broken. 19-67. The burn is in the favor currently of Insight. Nice pickup there from Jad, as he will be able to delay that push coming in onto that alpha flag, but needs to back up, get a couple of reps. Rez is coming in here. Laser going to be holding on very defensively there. Big push going to be coming up. Saints picks up one. Not going to be able to get the second one. Nobody really for the defense onto that B flag. Except for Sphinx, who will be on to Curve. Trades out one more time. A lot of trades going to be coming in. But look at that two-pronged attack right now as they just come marching out. And Laser surviving there onto C just narrowly. And he's actually going to be the last player up and alive here onto that C flag. If he does go down, that opens it up. And yeah, that's going to be a triple cap coming in here. 4 tickets left. They got to burn down as many as possible here, Deuce. And Mike's doing what he needs to do. Picks up one more. Can he get him over here onto B stairs? Looks like he does decide to go ahead and back on up. C flag still going to be flashing. It is going to be going into the possession there of Insight. B flag is going to be getting contested. Oh, but it does look like we did have Saints with a nice little pickup there. 1 ticket to 56 every single time we do see a spawn in coming in. Actually, no more spawns can come in for United. And with that A flag starting to flash on over, I think this is going to be the end of round number 1. As soon as A gets capped out, and there you have it. So 56 tickets, I believe, was your final ticket count. Am I right?
Guys, taking a small break to remind you to check out esportsify.com. It's pretty much the only platform right now out there designed specifically for esports, and it allows you to create your own team website or individual website. So, you know, check them out. There's free plans, there's premium plans, there's advanced plans, organization plans if you're a massive, team. So, you know, check them out. If you don't have a website already for your team, you know, check them out, get it started. It'll look really nice.
Absolutely, and here we go. We are going to be live. It's looking like we're seeing a very aggressive C push coming out for Insight. And they are going to be able to get onto that C flag first. Mike's going to try and push down. He will be able to trade out with him. Now it's going to come down to a one-on-one situation. Kaiza not able to make it happen. He does end up getting taken down, unfortunately, as that C flag will be going over towards the Insight team. And now it's going to be up to Insight just to kind of lock this down. Now they do have that B flag, which is not ideal to have for a 2-flag hold. But if they can win out on the frags, which we did see in that last game, they were winning out on their frags. They should be A-okay here. As for now, it's a very low-score game. I mean, check it out. Only 2 guys have died on, looks like Insight's side, and only 1 has died over here for United. As Finest going to be able to pick up one. There we go. Lots of exchanges happening onto that C flag. Sphinx is going to be the only player up for Insight. C flag has been taken care of there. I'm going to go ahead and look at the overview map. Yep, we do see those back B spawns coming back in. Nice little push going to be happening over here towards Beepers. Big push going to be coming up through Curve. Now he will be met with a couple of shots coming in. Saints immediately sees where that head glitch was going to be coming from. Decides to back on out of there. He didn't want none of that. As it's now 174 to 164. Remember, if we go down below that 56 ticket mark, then we are going to be seeing Insight with the win. All right, so United starting to get pushed here onto that alpha flag. Not going to be making anything happen. We do have PK still up and alive, deciding to go over here towards A tunnels. We'll be able to pick up at least one of those kills. Mike's also going to be coming in for the support, but no, he gets taken down from behind. That was PK. Now Mike's is going to have to turn around, try to make something happen, but he goes for the res. We've seen that a lot here. A lot of these players going in for these reses instead of just getting the picks and then starting to get the reses. I think that's... You think that's like maybe just a holdover from like maybe some 15s or something? Like I can't understand why they would do that in a 5v5 setting when it's this fast-paced.
I think some players maybe still going with those rest trains from BF3.
Oh God!
But keep forgetting that it's BF4 now, so it's not quite the same.
I miss the Battlefield 3 paddles. I do. They were so good.
I miss the points.
Loved it. Who cares about the points? Just the fact that you can res train. All right, so Mitch is going to be back up for the defense. It looks like so far they will be able to hold off onto that alpha flag. 159 to 152 here in favor of, I believe it's going to be Insight. Yes, just by a few tickets here, we are going to be seeing that B flag starting to flash on over. Sphinx there with a nice little kill, getting a little help there from SR. Finest also going to be in the backside here of alpha flag as he picks up a kill of his own, as well as getting a couple of reses. So nice little two-pronged attack going to be coming in here from Insight. They do have control of that C flag. Also going to be pushing in here onto A. Nobody yet going to defend this, as we will be seeing the rotate from that C flag. Yes, it is going to be flashing a 1-on-2 situation. Can Mitch do this? He trades out with one. Not going to be able to get the second one, unfortunately. We do have Mike's here, though. Going to be down below onto that C flag, unfortunately. My controller is not wanting to work correctly. There we go. As Mike's still going to be down onto that C flag. B flag starting to get flashed as well, but that is going to be quickly taken care of, as we will be seeing One United, or Team United rather, picking up the kills that they need to. Still really good defense happening onto this BC flags and setup. And so far, I like the way that United is playing this. They're slowing down the game. They're playing more defensively. They're not allowing Insight to have their way with it. You know, Insight in that round number 1 deuce was very aggressive. They were able to push basically anywhere on the map that they wanted to. This time, not so much. We're seeing United playing a lot better defense. They're starting to win out on their frags. If you take a look at the KDs, they're looking a lot better across the board. I mean, 7-4 there for PK, 7-4 there for Mitch, and 5-2 for Kaiser. So they got to be happy about that. And it's definitely showing. $125 to $143 in favor here of United. They have been able to take the lead for the first time in this match, I believe. And they're going to start to try and further out as much as possible. We do have Sphinx looking in for a possible push there onto that C site. We do have Finest with the defense onto A. They have managed to take control of B and C. Have they actually pushed them outside of the map? No, they haven't. We are going to be seeing 4 players coming all the way in the backside. Ooh, SR here in a very good position to hold him off, but no, he goes down. Let's take a look over here at Finest. Finest is going to be back up as well. Can he hold on? Does he have any incendiaries? He does have 1 incendiary, so he can slow down this push quite a bit, but he's not fast enough, as he does get completely pressured and pushed off of that flag. Really love the way that that was being played, and now we are going to be seeing more back B spawns going to be coming in. Saints is also going to get those back B spawns. Sphinx was taken down from the backside of that Charlie flag, so very good play right there from United, exactly knowing when to push back in. and they will take control of that bleed once again, 111 to 127. But they have to be careful, because if they keep it this close, they will eventually lose. Remember, if they do go below that magical number, they will end up losing out on this first map. But PK, not wanting any of that, gets a nice little two-piece. And we are going to be seeing some really good play once again from United. And what do you think's changed here, Deuce? Like, what exactly do you think is different about this team that we saw in map number 1, or round number 1?
Well, I think, as I said, Ben hasn't been playing that much in the past few weeks, so I think, they're slowly getting back into shape. In most of the encounters that these teams have had, PNN did come out on top. Now, the last one that these teams did play, the last official match, I do believe Insight did win during the period that, they were inactive, unfortunately, Pro Nation. So, maybe they're just, getting back into it. So, that chemistry is flowing along again. Those rotations are getting perfected. So we'll probably see, if it keeps going like this, that Pro Nation will be, much smoother every round we play of Domination. Now, Obliteration, we'll have to wait and see. I don't really have a prediction about that. But, for Dom, expect PNN to make a comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that push coming in onto that B side of the map. Massive amounts of players going to be switching on over here for Insight. They have gotten control of that AB setup. They've pushed, for the most part, the rest of United outside. But, oh, no, look at that. We're going to be seeing Jad right there with a nice little one-piece. Can he get the second player? Doesn't have to. His Mike's is going to be finishing back up. There he goes, as PK going to be helping out as well. So nice little three-man push coming in onto that alpha flag. We'll be able to take that back over, put it in their back pocket, and they're going to be furthering out their lead even more. It's about a 30-ticket advantage for United, and they have forced the back B spawns. They've forced them over here onto that Bravo flag, and this is looking good. This is looking really, really good for United. Oh, nice push there. It's going to be a hard
comeback.
Nice push there from Saints. Going to be going in for a two-piece. Not quite. Finest, though, going to be coming in possibly from Beepers with SR. They got to be careful not to get wiped, though. There could be a triple cap coming in off the back of this if they're not careful. But no, they get pressed anyways. Finest not going to be onto Beepers. Laser now looking in for a possible push there. Onto Connector. Oh, narrowly escaping there with his life. He does end up getting the kill as well. But very, very close exchange. Needs to be careful to not let his team die here in this situation, and it does look like they're going to be going in for a two-pronged attack there onto C and onto A. Let's go on board right now with Saint, who's going to be heading up into Snow. And actually nobody here onto that C flag for United. It looks like they all just decided to bail on it. Probably going to be setting up a defense over here onto that Alpha flag rather than onto C. We do see that B flag starting to flash on over. Saint here going to be coming all the way on the round on the backside. See if you can actually get any kills off of this. We do see SR trading back and forth. He does end up going down. Finest will be able to get control of that A flag. Saint still going to be back up next to B. He did end up getting at least one, maybe two more kills there off the back end of that. And now Laser going to be playing very defensively.
Triple cap.
With that triple. Now, in a triple here onto lockers, we've said this before. Would you go for the triple here on lockers, or would you just try and stay with that two-piece?
I mean, I said I'd go with the triple, to get teams, to get the opposing team, in this case Pro Nation, to commit to one flag, but then I'd hold the two like I told you before. Just cap that third, just get them confused, see how they want to play it out, and then just focus on your two.
I love this back and forth here. PK trying to get that Magnum shot, not able to do so just yet. He has to go back out for a reload, and unfortunately he failed on every single one of those shots. And in the meantime, we are going to be seeing that B flag starting to flash on over into the favor here of Insight, but not fast enough, as that was going to be Sphinx going down. Going down 37 to 79. We're getting very close to that 56 ticket mark, and 20 tickets here is all that we have to see drugged down by Insight before they do win this map. So while they are on the back foot, they are technically in the lead. Oh my god, big push coming in here onto A. PK could go huge, and he does. Ends up doing massive amounts of damage, gets a lot of assists there onto a Kitchen, and that will be a nice little AB hold. And they could be able to clutch this out. 23 tickets to 77, evened up pretty much across the board. It's going to come down to this last and final push, I would have to say, Deuce. If they do fail on this, I believe that first map could go into the favor here of United.
Ooh. Mike's trading and then taken down by Saint. But will they manage to get B in time? I don't see it happening.
Well, we are going to be seeing Saint over here pushing on to that alpha flag. Wow, big push onto A. Actually, 3-man push onto A. Sphinx, though, going to be able to take down one. Looking for that 2-piece. Not finding it just yet. He is still going to be up and alive. There he goes. No! He doesn't trade out with it. That's going to be Saint, though. Did he finish him off? It looks like he did at least get one. Laser also picking up one himself. 9 to 71 tickets. They have that A, C hold every single time they do spawn in. They will lose a ticket, so they have to be perfectly, basically they have to play perfect battlefield here. Have to get every single one of their reses, have to get every single one of their med packs down, make sure they are healed up. B flag will be going into their possession. Saint, though, nice job with the defense, gets the nice little drop shot there. 8 tickets to 63. We're getting very close here. 3 cap in favor of Insight. And I believe they're just trying to make this a little bit interesting here, Deuce, as we are going to be seeing such a close match. It does look like Saints doesn't go down. Sphinx is going to be back up outside onto C flag. SR with the defense onto A flag. Can he make this happen? The reses are going to be coming back in. And with that A side starting to flash over, nice pickup there by SR. Can he make it a 2-piece? He gets taken down. Finest now is going to be back up. He gets taken out as well. Nobody is inside the map except for Laser, who just now went in through C tunnel. 7 tickets to 42. And I believe that they just have done it. They've been able to secure themselves the win. And they will be able to go on with a map 1 victory. So congrats there to Insight.
You know, this is a perfect example that, you know, frags aren't everything. Recently, well, you know, Insight did pull off, you know, that lead kill-wise. But up to, you know, a couple minutes ago, you know, PNN was winning out on those, yet Insight had that triple cap. So, you know, this is a reminder to all players, even, you know, aspiring players in here that, you know, PTFO is the way to go. And
oh, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, that was just really good rotations that were coming in for Insight there at the very end of the map. They know exactly what was going on. We may have actually had a drop there from Mitch. He is 0-0 in the scoreboard, so I don't think that was before they lost. I think that may have happened afterward. But, yeah, I agree with you. I think that the KDs... while they did play somewhat of a role, you can definitely say that it wasn't just Insight walking away with the frags. You know, we did see United doing really well in the initial frags there in the match, and while they did get some really good leads going on, I think at one time they had like, what, a 50-ticket lead, I believe it was?
yeah, that's crazy, you know.
Yeah, I think it was about a 50-ticket lead or so. And they were able to come back.
Actually, it was more than that. It was like a 60 or 70 ticket lead, and I don't know how they blew that. That was crazy.
Yeah, well, in Domination, we can definitely see those swings going back and forth. So, congrats there once again to Insight. They are going to be your victors of map number 1. And what is our map number 2? What is it? It's going to be Obliteration on what?
We are going with Obliteration on Golmud Railway.
Obliteration on Golmud Railway. Now, this is a map that we have seen, we saw yesterday, and it was Remake that was playing this so darn well. I love the way that they kept. Well, what they did is they kept that guy in reserve on the middle tier of Golmud Railway, and what he was able to do was very easily transition. If they had the bomb, what Bobby would end up doing is pushing into the bomb sites of the opponents and setting up first, allowing either spawns to happen, getting some initial frags, but he was there first. He set up shop, and then he allowed his team to come to him, and basically already had a safe area for them to plant the bomb. And if they did lose that bomb, he was already in a position, if the rest of his teammates did get wiped, to set up a defense for his own bomb sites. So I really like that play coming out. Very smart thinking, especially since you know, Obliteration just isn't a mode that's been played for very long. So it's awesome to see these teams coming out with strats like that. All right, so we are going to be, I don't know, do we have to leave the server here, Deuce?
Yeah, I have to reset, unfortunately, because of the DC earlier.
All right, so we're going to take a quick little break here, guys, between our maps. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back with map number 2, Small Obliteration on Golmud Railway. Will be Insight versus Team United. Don't go anywhere.